Welcome to Icarus. Hopefully I can save you some points by telling you what is absolutely useless in the tech tree. I'm going to run through all items 1, 2, 3, 4 and I'll leave timestamps so you can scroll through which tiers you want to look at yourself. Let me know which items you agree with or disagree with in the comments, and don't forget, if you're a good team you can split the items between each other. So like one could be a cook, one could be a clothing man, one could be weapons. Thanks for watching and enjoy. So here we look at tier 1 of the whole tech tree, and I'll show you which points which I think you should be using. Obviously you can disagree with me. Just let me know in the comments if there's anything you disagree with, or if there's anything better that I should have got. I'd love to hear your ideas and feedback. Obviously things will change during like updates and future updates and stuff being added to the tech tree. So obviously in the future things will change. But for tier 1, the first few items, you're gonna want a stone axe, obviously, to get wood, a stone pick to get your basic stone and that sort of ores. You could possibly skip these spears. These are not needed. They're very easy to craft, but you could possibly skip those. You'll want a knife at the beginning, and you don't. A bone knife does give you a lot better yield, but you only sort of want this unlock to get the bone sickle, and you don't really need any other sickle after this, so you can save a lot of points there. This sickle gets you a lot of fiber. There's no need to even upgrade to any metal sickles at all really in the game. But to get there you will need this bone knife. So you'll want a campfire for obviously cooking food. It's also works as a storage, and you can place it outside so it never get damaged. Like, I'll go into more detail in a bit. But the bedroll, obviously you can set your spawn point, so you'll want a bedroll for that, and also sleeping throughout the night. The fire pit is an upgrade from the campfire. You're definitely going to want this, and why I say this is you can place this outside also, and it is storage. It doesn't get any storm damage, so you can place it anywhere outside. It's not going to get damaged unless obviously animals attack it. So with these two storages, like the campfire and the fire pit, you could basically do away with this. I know I unlocked it, but that's why I'm showing you this video. I regret even putting a point into this because it's tiny, and this is a bit better, but you could save these 2 points and just go with this, and you can cook off this too. So that's why I say that. A fire whacker is a must at the beginning because it does what it says on the tin. It whacks fire. Now, if some person walks over your campfires, if they're in your base, and then wherever they go after that is going to set fire. If you're in a wooden base, that is. So a fire whacker is a must. Plus you can hit your mates with it. That's pretty funny. But to put yourself out, you can drink water or just run into a lake. But these are mainly for buildings, unless you do really want to hit your friend with it. The wood torch, like the rag torch, is good, obviously for beginning games, and it lights up the cave a little bit. But I did make a video where you can kind of cheat the system. You can see in caves 100% brightness, and check that video out. It's in my Icarus playlist. You can see in any cave without needing any torch. But nighttime you still do need a torch, so I suggest getting this one nice and early on. You will need a wooden repair hammer and the building upgrade tool. Now these look exactly the same. In my opinion, the icons should be a bit different, but it does what they say on the tin as well. This repairs your building, so if it takes damage you need one of these to repair. And then this one upgrades. I don't think I've made an upgrade video yet, but I will make one. I actually recorded it and forgot to make the video, I think. My memory's awful. But yeah. So this one, say I've built out of wood and I want to turn it into stone. Instead of taking all the floors down and everything off of the floors, you can just upgrade it by looking at it, and then it will automatically upgrade it to stone or the next tier. So this is a must. Now these two, once you got them, you don't need to invest anything more expensive. These two will last you forever. Not forever, but you can repair them easily. So there's no point getting anything more. I don't even know if there are higher tiers. I forgot actually, but you need these two anyway. Moving on. The basic bandage you'll want is a must for small cuts. You can heal yourself. And also it gets you like, is it 80 or 88 XP each one crafted? So early on you can level up using bandages. These are for more advanced wounds, so maybe from like a bear, something like that. If they get hold of you, you're going to need a suture kit or a sewing kit. So sew that heavy wound up. These are pretty much a must, because sometimes these don't cut it. That wasn't intended, that pun, but you would need one of these if this doesn't do it. I put a heat bandage in for going in the Arctic, and I never actually used it, so I wouldn't waste a point in this, to be honest. And this one I've never used because I'm quite steady on my feet. I don't like to break bones, so I've never used that either. Moving down here to the wooden bow, obviously going to need this early on. It's amazing for hunting weapons, hunting from, you get what I'm trying to say, hunt animals. Below it, stone arrow is the ammo for it, believe it or not. And then you can upgrade to bone arrows. These are awesome. So once you do your hunting, you kill the animals. A little tip, once you skin the carcass, keep hitting it with a knife, because that's the quickest way. You'll get more bone, and then you can make these bad boys. These are really good. And they do 10% critical damage too. So yeah, they are awesome. Haven't invested in these. I mean, I would love to shoot a bear with a fire arrow just to see how much it inflames, but I've not done that yet. If you have, by the way, let me know, are they any good? Anti-poison paste. I quite like this for going in the caves, and it's nice and easy to make. And those little worms do like to spit at you, so this is good to repel that. Again, this would be good too if you're staying in caves for a long time. This will reduce the effects of pneumonia, so this is probably very good. What I should say is, I should have said at the beginning that splitting it up between a team will be very good. So if in our team, like, one does the clothing and the cooking, and then like I kind of do the weapons, and then just split it between you. So one's a cook, one could be clothing, one could be weapons. That way you could split it out a lot more. But I'm just trying to save you points. So I did go ahead and craft this because I wanted some. My friend went online, and I thought this is a few points. It's going to give me a nice buff. You see the buffs there in yellow. When you get actually the whole set, so once you get all 5, you get a +5 movement speed too. So cloth armor is really good, and it's really easy to make. Just a bit of fiber and you've got yourself some cloth armor. So that is why I say invest in this lot. Skip these wooden crates. You don't really need them. Like I say, make a campfire or the fire pit right there. Oxidizer is another waste of a point. Don't ever put anything into this because it leaks, and that is bad. So we filled it up so much, and I thought my friend was trolling me, actually nicking all the oxygen, but it turns out it leaks. Don't invest a point into this. Rope is a good one. Now you do get a a bench that lets you craft rope anyway. So you could say it's a bit of a wasted point, but you only need 5 leather to craft a rope. So you could do that anyway. You don't actually need the bench. So let me know in the comments, is this worth it or not? I think it kind of is. If I'd done it again, I might not use it. Again, sticks is a good one because some biomes it's hard to find sticks and you can just chop wood and then craft yourself a load of sticks. So some biomes this is needed, but you also need the talent for this. So in the skills one, you will need to unlock this talent, which is wood breakdown. Water bomb coming soon. That sounds good. Thatch is a complete waste of time. I wouldn't bother with Thatch. Sorry, Soul. He's the Thatch man. He wasted his points in this. It can't really do anything, but with any storm, you are screwed. So skip Thatch and just use the wood. So you need to unlock the wooden beam, and then you'll get the floor, the walls, the door, and wooden ramp. Now, wooden ramp is actually pretty good because you can use this as stairs, and you can also use it around the map to get up to high cliff edges and stuff to kill maybe polar bears and that. So this is good. I got confused with all these corner pieces, so I just went with this one. Again, if you want to do an angled roof to make it a bit more fancy, you will need a corner piece, or I think it's this one actually, but I missed that. So yeah, get this, but you don't actually need the corner pieces unless you're going to be fancy, which you'll probably waste a point, but it's your choice. And I mean, to get the wooden ladder, you have to get the stairs. So I mean, I would probably save a point and get the next best ladder. Moving on to tier number 2 is the crafting bench. You will obviously need a crafting bench. And with that, this is the one you want to get, the first oxide dissolver. I just made a video on this. If you want to check it out, then check that video out. It shows you how to use it. Nice and easy. You could chuck one of these up real early, and then all your 4 friends can benefit from this. Wow, more of you can benefit from it, but it holds 5 bladders. So the bladders are there. You would need the bladder, and to unlock that, you need to unlock the water skin too. But what I will say is you can skip if you want. So I don't know why my cursor does that. But if you want to skip these 2 points and keep 2 points, you can go to the workshop item, and then you can get the flask. You can get the workshop canteen, and you can get the workshop oxygen tank if you wanted to. Rain turn into Jonathan Ross. The rain reservoir is helpful in some biomes. You can use this, but most of the time I just build next to water, although sometimes drinking out of water does give you a debuff, and then that affects your stamina, or like, I don't know if it was food consumption, something like that. So one of these is nice and easy to throw up, and it stays there pretty much forever. Anvils. You want these to make your iron tools. So what I would say is get an iron axe, because it's better than the stone one. Iron picks, so you can get you can mine your better stuff with that. Steel pickaxe, because then with the steel, it's going to be needed for like gold, aluminium, platinum, titanium sort of ores. So this one doesn't do that. That's what you need this one for. And then the iron knife, because you can't skin certain animals like the bison, and I think it's like polar bear. You need the iron knife. You can't do that with like the stone knife, and I don't think you can even do it with the bone knife. You need an iron one for that. If you have invested any points into like spear combat, you might use this, but I haven't, so I didn't waste a point in that. But if you have, then obviously these would come in handy for you. Again, iron sickle, I don't think you need it. I think the stone one is absolutely fine. Steel knife, I haven't encountered anything yet that needs that, but maybe there will be a boss out there and you need a steel knife for it. Stone furnace, obviously for mounting your metal down, you would need this to even make this. So you would need this to mount your iron and that down, smelting your iron and your copper, that sort of materials. Skinning bench is very useful early on because you can get massive yields. It takes ages sometimes at the beginning to find some fur, and then this will just do the job, especially in outpost mode. This would be awesome in there because there ain't the wolves and stuff like that to get fur. Crop plots are probably good for if there's vegetables and stuff like squash. They're quite rare and hard to find, and if you're built somewhere across the map that's nowhere near them, then crop plots are good to plant that sort of stuff. But again, my friend is the kind of cook and farmer, so I'm not investing into that. We're splitting it between us. Cooking station and the potbelly stove are both awesome items. And these come with amazing recipes. This also keeps you very warm as well. So, Aldrian, when you're ready, mate, start investing. The longbow, I've heard good things from the longbow, but I actually ain't gonna waste a point into that. Although it's very cheaply made, I probably should actually, but I've not invested. But it does seem pretty awesome. So I leave that one up to you. Mortar and pestle, you will need this to make flour. So you go get your sickle, harvest loads of wheat, and then turn it into flour. And then with like your cooking stuff, then you can make, let's see, on the herbalism bench, you make flatbread. So mortar and pestle is a must. You can make epoxy from tree sap, and then you can make carbon paste, steel bloom, and gunpowder. They're the most ones I use. Again, if you want poison paste, crush bone, that's up to you. I've gone over the water skin. This is good, but it does leak. But in order to get the oxygen bladder, you need the water skin. But like I say, the workshop items, they do a better canteen and a better oxygen bladder, which is a oxygen tank. So you could save 2 points pretty much. The lantern, this is the best lantern in the game, or light source in the game. So the biofuel lantern is very good. But like I say, I've made a video where you can see in caves. This will help you out nighttime anywhere else though. Herbalism bench. So again, this is not my field, but my friend has made all these sort of anti-poison and that. I would say the best ones on the tonic side is anti-poison and antibiotic. So both of these are in caves. When they spit at you, you can use this so you're not poisoned. And then you can use this if you've got pneumonia in the cave. Sounds like I need a bit of this at the moment, actually. The health buffs are really good. My friend has made these health buffs and they are really good. So the health buffs paste, restoration paste, and the regen paste, and also the stam ones. They are very good. So don't look past those. Flatbread dough is wicked. So you can make some of that. It does dehydrate you, but I think it gives you like a 10% experience buff. So that is wicked stuff. The textiles bench, you will need this if you want to craft yourself a leather backpack. And as you can see, 5 kilogram weight capacity, 6 more inventory slots. So that gives you 6 more things you can carry, or 6 stacks of things. Minus 10% carry weight of ores. So that's amazing too. And it's relatively cheap to make. Just be aware though, if you've got this in your G slot, you won't be able to pick up animals. Took me a long time to work that out, because when you pick up an animal that occupies your G slot, so just be aware of that. Leather I've skipped completely. Don't think you need that at all. What is the actual, so if you got 5 sets, it will give you 1% health regen and 1 stamina regen, but I've skipped it completely. I thought fur is more usable. Minus 5 cold resistance if you've got all of them, plus the individual ones on each one. You'll need that for the Arctic biome. I would like ghillie and polar bear, but there's so many points needed, I'm going to skip them for now. But this one actually comes with 6% cold resistance, 10% movement speed in the Arctic biome, and minus 20 perceived threat. So awesome bit of kit, but you do need to learn these as well with the talent blueprint points. So I've skipped them just because it's a lot, but they probably will be worth it. Carpentry bench I have skipped, by the way. You would need it for a wooden bench. My friend made this, and did I say wooden bench? I meant wooden bed. My friend made this and it is good. You don't need a campfire. You can sleep without a campfire, but it's just as easy to make a campfire. I think probably if you've got a friend that got some spare points, then yeah, he can learn all this. But I wouldn't waste your points if you're really struggling to put points into things. Then I would save all your points. Masonry bench. This is a must because you will need like your stone frame. This will get you high up the floor, and with stone you get 6+ insulation from the cold temperatures, 100% tree falling damage, so it's much more sturdier than the wood, and 50% wind resistant. So stone is a must. Like, I wouldn't say skip wood, because wood you can get down nice and quick and it protects you from some storms and you can repair it, but then the stone is what you want to go for. So yeah, I would say get this, the stone beam, stone floor and walls. Now here's where you get a reinforced door, and then you could get your roof ramp. If you want stone stairs, but I needed to get them for the reinforced ladder because I wanted that. You could go with the tier 1 ladder actually to save you a point here, and it will also save you a lot of iron nails. Not much, but yeah, it's up to you how you want to go with that one. Moving on to tier 3 then. You need the machining bench, and once that's unlocked, you can get the cement mixer, and this will let you make concrete mix to unlock the concrete furnace. So the concrete furnace, basically, it smelts more advanced metals. So the stuff that your stone furnace can't do, your concrete furnace will be able to do. Canteen, you need this unlocked to get to the thermos. The thermos is good because you could put loads of good recipes in there that give you cold buffs, so you can run around the snow easier. Not essential though. We have run without this. I ain't actually crafted one, to be honest, but it's not really needed. Like I say, that other workshop canteen will probably save you 2 points, but you can unlock this for all those buffs. You can have like the T buff. I can't remember the other ones, but there is quite a lot in the recipes for this. Platinum pickaxe obviously does the stuff that the one before it doesn't do. So this is a better one, and if you've got the platinum, then you might as well use it on the pick, because the better pick, the more stuff you can gather. Electronics, if you want all the other good stuff that you need electronics for, you have to unlock this. The kitchen bench and stove then, so if you want to make a lot of these items, but I don't, because like I keep saying, my friend is the cook, so my friend's going to be doing all that stuff. So shout out to Alderan. And also a mission does require having to build one of these, so you will need to unlock it if your friend hasn't. But like I say, this will be down to him, so the beers are on him, I'm afraid. But also the bread dough is a wicked one to unlock. The berry jam, wine, beer, these all do good buffs, especially the berry jam, but it's not my field, so I'm not going to unlock them. But if it's your field, then you better unlock him. The recurve bow is absolutely amazing, so you want to get one of these, and you could go with aluminium arrows. They can be quite expensive, or you could just use your bone arrows still. Oxygen tank, I actually put a point into this because I didn't want to wear the workshop item at the time, so I kind of wish I would have saved that point now and just gone with the one in the workshop. The dehumidifier, if you want to live in a cave, this is a must, because you won't get pneumonia once you've got a dehumidifier, and I think it stops the worms spawning in as well once you got this. So this is a must, kind of a mid to end game if you're going to live in a cave somewhere. This is an upgrade from the tier 2 one. Basically, it's faster, more efficient, and it's both biofuel powered. So if you want it, you can, but you could just stick with the tier 2 one. So the biofuel composter, you will need that, and the biofuel can unlocked, because you're gonna need that for quite a lot of other items. I wouldn't waste it on the biofuel lamp, just skip that one. That's not as good as the previous lamp. When it comes to the weapons, I was told, I wrote in the chat and they said go with the bolt action rifle, this is the best one, and the rifle round you're going to need in order to fire it. But the shotgun, I imagine it's amazing close range, so it's your pick between them two really. I would go with the bolt action, and why? I'll show you that in a minute or so. Glass working bench, you will need it if you're going to start doing the glass jars for like the berries, berry jam and that stuff, but I'm not going to waste any points into that. I was told the hunter stuff is very good and worth getting, but I've not actually jumped into that either. But you see a 15% crouch movement speed, -4 perceived threat, 5+ stam regeneration. So I'm told that is really good. I might actually invest in that. I have 15 points to spend. Aluminium and concrete, I probably wouldn't waste my time with all of this stuff, to be honest. Moving on to tier 4 items. So you need the fabricator, and then you want a titanium pick. If you have anything to spare, you might as well get yourself a titanium pick. This is obviously going to be the beast of the picks. So it is the pick of the pick. That's what it's a plus 140% mining yield and also mining radius. Now the hunting rifle is basically an upgrade from the bolty. So it can hold 6 ammo and it's a lot more powerful. So the hunting rifle is probably a must actually. And it takes those bullets that we said in tier 3. So it takes the rifle bullet. Compound bow, again, these weapons and items are just the beast mode end game items. Expensive to make, but godlike bow. If you've got here and you've got points, then you'll probably want this. It could also shoot the stuff like bow and arrows and even stone ones, but it's going to be absolutely amazing. So you probably don't even have to waste points into these. You could do if you want to. If you got them, then you probably should. But it's an absolutely beast. The extractor and the radar, you will need to unlock these for a mission. But I'll let you decide on that one. The biofuel generator is the generator that provides electricity. You obviously need the wiring too. So if you get these two, then you can make power to all like the electric furnace and that sort of stuff. The electric furnace, it does every sort of metal. So it smelts pretty much everything you want. And it probably does it a lot quicker too. The solar panel, you use it in a mission, it only sort of works when it is in sunlight, which would make sense. In the dark, it's probably not going to do nothing at all. But it is probably a must-have, to be honest. If you built in a very sunny spot as well, then this is going to save you a lot of electricity. The chem bench is going to be an upgrade from the herbalist bench. If you're spec'd into that stuff, then you'll want this. If you are the cook, electric stove, you probably will want end game. But this sort of stuff you don't really need to deal too much or worry too much about. So because everything previously was going to keep you busy. It's only if you're majorly end game and you're majorly spec'd into that one thing, you're not going to probably be able to get all these anyway. Unless you save all your early items, but your early items are the ones you actually need for like the whole game, whereas these items you're only going to use end game. So that's how you probably want to spec into it. Maybe if you've only spec'd into cooking items, then you could get the stove, but that's pretty much what it comes down to. So like I say, as stuff gets added, I'm sure the tech tree will change. But let me know your top picks and what you have picked in all of these tech trees. And if you disagree with anything I've picked or said, let me know in the comments. It'd be great to get your feedback. But drop a like and don't forget you could subscribe if you want to see some more videos. And thank you very much for watching. I appreciate every one of you. So stay safe, stay entertained, and see you on the next one.